Namaste, good morning, and welcome again.
Ciao ragazzi.
Hello to Moon and Vicky. Hello, Gulnar, Svetlana, Georgianne. So nice to see you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the membership. It's so awesome to see you all here right away after joining the membership. You know what? They might be sitting through some sort of advertisement now. Okay, sound is good. So, good morning. Welcome everyone to episode 2 of our weekly Sunday meditation, open discussion Q&A type thing. As we said last week, we plan to do this weekly, to come together in a community, and it's so nice to see, you guys here again. We take it as a sign that you're enjoying, and last week was, much more fruitful than we anticipated, so it's been very nice. Before we get into today's meditation, I wanted to give you guys a reminder that starting tomorrow, we'll be doing the 10-day challenge, New Year, New Me. It'll be every day, 20, 30 minutes probably. And that will be starting 2 hours earlier than right now, tomorrow, if that makes sense. So right now this is 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in Canada. So I'll be hosting this at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You have to adjust for your place in the world, but it's 2 hours before now. I know a lot of you have already expressed that you're interested, so that's exciting. Another exciting thing is that after we finish this 10-day challenge, we're going to start to host some Zoom classes. We want to start to do some live interaction, kind of like this, but a little more interaction because we can see you and we can engage a little bit more. So for those of you that are enjoying this sort of interaction and want to go a little bit deeper, go a little bit more personal, we're going to start to do some Zoom classes. Probably we'll start with about 2 classes per week, and we'll see how it evolves, how much interest there is. Also, if anybody's interested in private one-on-one type of classes, you can feel free to write to us, refeelyoga@gmail.com, and Clelia or myself would be happy to communicate with you about this as well. Hello, Nadine. Yay, Zoom classes, Georgianne says. From the Northwest Territories. What's the temperature in the Northwest Territories today? Northwest Territories is like north of Canada. Northwest, actually. Okay, so that's all I have to say about today. We've got 13 people with us now, so minus 20-ish.
Ole. Nice and fresh.
Amazing. So yeah, if you are interested in Zoom classes or private classes, feel free to write to us. We'll put some more information as we clarify the concept a little bit more, and I'll be discussing it in the 10-day challenge. If you're joining, I hope to see you there. I'll pass it to you. Yeah, it's your turn now.
Okay. Welcome to everybody. Ciao a tutti. So today I will guide meditation. But before go directly into the practice, I wanna just give brief introduction. And so today I choose to do something that is similar to Vipassana meditation. So Vipassana meditation, maybe some of you already know and already have tried. It's a very ancient meditation in India, one of the most ancient, and it means see the things for what they really are. And it's an amazing meditation that is done in all around the world. There are these center retreat where you do for 10 days. It's the silent meditation. Maybe someone of you know this meditation in this name. It's 10 days in silence, and this is the most scary part for most of the people. So how can I talk for 10 days? And where they teach you eventually how to go through this kind of meditation that in the end when you learn exactly how to do it, you're supposed to repeat this meditation every day, because what they do in 10 days, then it's the meditation of 1 hour. Of course they use the 10 days because we can really go deep in understanding what is the step of this meditation and how it's working. When you dilatate and the time, the experience, then in somehow the experience become our, and then we can repeat, and then of course have more result and improve of the meditation and the daily life. It's a very simple one. It's not based in any religion or in any spirituality. Somehow it's based on the breath and the sensation of the body. The most important part, or anyway, one that I really like it's the concept of impermanence, anicca. Everything in this existence will come, transform, and go. Everything, the nice and the bad things. And this already I maybe talk in some video about also how I like vinyasa flow, because I feel that there is some kind of similitude about that, because this impermanence, this flow of the life that constantly go, but it's constantly change. Every second we are something completely different. Every breath is a new moment, is a new life, and this is what was kind of like an attract. And I choose to do this because I think it was already 10 years ago. I did this retreat, and it was for a joke when it was in a completely different life, where I was, manager and doing completely different things. And then in one point, with some friends for a joke, I decided to go to this 10-day.
Was it dare? They dared her that she couldn't do it.
Exactly. Because I talk every time, so they tell me you will diet after 2 days and it will not possible, blah, blah, blah. So eventually I went, and just because I was to demonstrate, this little bit big ego to, I can do it, and I show you that I can do it. Eventually I went through to all the 10-day. And it was crazy because somehow it changed completely my life. It changed completely my life because I remember when I finished, when I was going back home, I was in the rail station, and I had this moment, I think it was 1 second, but I really felt myself in the present moment, and I saw all around me the people that was, moving so fast, like in a movie. When you see all around very fast, and the subject, in this case me, I was there. And I don't know, something is opened in my mind that there was something more. It was not only about, running and money and, happiness and joy and party, but maybe there was something more. And since then, it's very slowly, I arrived today that I try to, teach what it was my experience and how I changed my life. And so this is why I choose this meditation. I will not teach the complete meditation today because it's not my duty, because this is a teaching that is transmit many years, and the lineage very clear is Goenka that is doing this in 1970. He started to open this center all around the world. They are for free, and the teaching is the same, repeating. I will just do the small introduction of the meditation. I will guide you through the feeling of the breathing and the feeling of the body. And for today, we will do just this. Then if you are interested, I suggest you to look on, maybe we put then the Goenka, the link, because the center is all around the world and all the same teaching and for free. And
they're based on donation.
Yeah,
so the idea is you go for free, and then if you got some value out of it, you donate. But you don't have to pay, because who came before you has paid for your position.
You pay for the one that will come after, if you find that there was nice content and the transmission of this teaching will go and go. Because it's part also this of the meditation. There are the strict code, there are the observation of the breath and the mind, and then the equanimity, this anicca, and eventually the end is also this metta meditation where you send love to all around you and share with compassion what is your energy.
We did this one the final day of the Love and Light meditation. The Love and Light challenge, if you did that one with us.
So today we will do the first 2 steps, and so I will guide you through the first sensation and feeling. We start from the breath and then the body, and what I ask you is to observe and to try to grasp this feeling of anicca, impermanence. So if you feel that in the body there are some discomfort, try to stay still in this position and to observe where this discomfort come and how this it can be, you know, transform and become something different. And in the same time also, if you feel nice sensation, if you have nice feeling, same, don't be too attached, because we are easy to, we don't want the bad feeling, go, fast, but when we have nice sensation, we want more, I want more, and we become more attached to this. And this is one of the teaching of this meditation. Also the nice sensation will go. So try to observe with equanimity both state, where is discomfort or where is pleasure, with this in the mind that it will come. So somewhere it will, born, and it will transform, and it will go eventually. So this is a bit what it's my message for you today, that everything is constantly change, and in one point we will go also. What is that remain is the center, our essence, our true self, the source where we come from. But I don't want to go in this topic today. I will just stay on the observation of the feeling and sensation. Okay? Great. If in the end of you have some question, like as usual, write to us and I will be happy to answer. We will be happy, and I hope that you will enjoy. Okay? Great. So now we come in a sitting position. And again, one of the key of this kind of meditation is try to keep the position and the stillness for all the time of the meditation. Also in the moment where there is again some discomfort. Of course, if you start to be pain, move and adjust your position, but try to do also the movement really slow, and just adjust the body and try to stay focused on the sensation and observe how this feeling can change. Okay, so find this comfortable. I put the microphone. Sorry, technical stuff, guys. A moment. Allora.
And when you try to press it.
Maybe like this is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I start. Okay. So we come in a sitting position. The spine, remember, is always straight. Maybe the shoulder nice, far from the ear. Keep your chin parallel to the floor, so don't drop the chin down or too up, but try to find this good alignment of the spine with the neck also. You can take your hand to the knee, with the palm to the knee or the back up. It's your choice, a different mudra. But in this moment, wherever you like it is okay. You take a big inhalation here to the nose. We exhale one through the mouth and we close the eyes. And we take a couple of breaths here. Try again to find the stillness on the position. To bring your awareness here in this moment, in the present moment. Try to keep your mind clear and your heart open. And we just take a moment before start this meditation to offer this time to the divine. This energy. To downgrade our ego. And to be present in this moment. And very gently, slowly, we start to observe our breath. We don't try to change it, we just observe the natural flow of the breath. We feel the air come in and out through the nostril. Every time that we inhale, maybe we start to feeling this cold sensation in the upper lips. Maybe when we exhale, this warm sensation. Perhaps, maybe we feel some kind of tingly. And we really try to move our attention, our awareness to the small area under the nostril, to the upper lips. Remember, observe if there is any sensation. And then we try to focus the awareness in the small triangle that there is on the lips. We really try to refine our attention, our focus in a very small part of our body in this moment. Observe if there is any fine sensation. If a thoughts or distraction come, don't worry. Just observe how they come and go back to the sensation on the upper lips. Now that our sensation is more refined, more precise, from this small part, very gently and slowly we start to expand the feeling to all the small detail of the face. Observe if there is any sensation on your face. If there is any tension, any pleasant sensation, tingly.
And from the face, we move to the upper part of the head. With the same awareness, the same presence. We start to go back down to the back of the head. Maybe observe if there is sensation also on your ear. Down to the neck and the shoulder. And we start also to cultivate inside us this sense of equanimity. To observe how any sensation come and go. Especially maybe in the area of the neck and the shoulder, if we met some tense part where more tension is accumulated, just maybe stay a couple of breaths more there and try to relax and just try to observe how this sensation change, how this sensation will go with no any attachment. Start to go down to the back, the spine, then we move to the front, to the belly, the internal organs. We include also the chest. Then eventually we go down to the hips, the genital area. The leg, the knee, calf muscles, the ankle, the feet, the toes. And then from the top of the toes, very gently, slowly, we do the opposite. So we start to come up. I let you alone to do this scanner of the body from the top of the toes to the top of the head. With equanimity, observe the sensation, come and go. Now that we are in the top of the head, and we have scanned the body part by part, piece by piece, for a moment, we try to feel the whole body all together. Try to observe if we can feel all the sensation moving, the subtle energy moving up and down through the body. Try to feel the whole body all together, with no distinction between any part, like one unique piece. With equanimity, remember that all the sensation will come and go. Feel the expansion of your being. Merge completely with the universe. And gently and slowly from this feeling sensation of full expansion and oneness, very gently come back to the physical body. Come back before in the center of the chest to the heart. Find the center inside you and be aware that it will be always there. And gently, slowly we move back to the breath. To the sensation of the upper lips. To the air come in and out through the nostril. In the present moment, here and now. Maybe take a gentle smile on the face. Observe the peace of the mind. Gently, slowly take your hand together in the front of the chest. Your palms are touching together. Take a big inhalation. And remember that each breath is a new moment. Try to enjoy any single breath, any single moment of this life. Gently, slowly open your eyes. Thank you. Namaste. Maybe take a moment here to move your body, change position with control. And we are back. You're welcome.
I hope that the volume was okay. At one point I was.
No, it was good. It was good.
Okay.
Thank you. It was very nice. How do you feel, guys? How was that for you? I remember the first time that I did this meditation before I went to one of these crazy 10-day things. Clelia and Nadine says was really lovely. William says perfect. Navid says heart.
Thank you, guys.
James joined, or sorry, Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie, joined from Florida. I remember the first time that I did this meditation, the big insight I had was that there's parts of the body that I couldn't feel. There's parts that I remember like a part, like I could feel my arm, but there was a part where it's like, it's just empty. There was no sensation. Was a big revelation to realize that I didn't have a sort of awareness or a neurological connection to my entire body. Of course, if you poke, you have some external sensation you can feel, but just with my mind alone, I was not able to bring awareness there.
Yeah.
And everything is connected. This is what I see about this Vipassana, is the more we're able to bring awareness to ourselves, the more it translates to us having awareness to everything around us. So I think this is a beautiful, beautiful meditation.
Yeah, it's a training for the mind, eventually using the body, but then it's a concept that can, of course, expand to everything. So, also, for example, when we have some misunderstanding with someone, that it will pass. So it make no sense to stay angry for years. You know, I know people maybe they don't talk with the parents for years, or this kind of connection go lost because some misunderstandings happens. But if you enter in this concept where everything will go, so why don't learn also how to release this, emotion on things is not only at the physical level, but also emotional and mental level, or how to, stay fixed in one concept of, this is the reality, this is the truth, and I will never change when everything is changed. So don't be too attached also to, this. Personally, I changed so many times style and things that, sometimes I look like a psychopathic, probably.
So Lana says, that was wonderful, deep and sensitive. Vicky says, wow, for the first time, my mind was so still. Thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
Lana again says, thank you, Clelia. Moon, it was magic. Thank you. So you did a very good job. Very nice.
Thank you.
So we're going to open it up to any questions or anything you want us to discuss. So if there is any topic that pops into your mind, anything that came up from the meditation or something you've been pondering at any point in your life, feel free to leave it in the chat, and we're happy to mention it. I will start with a question that was left after our last video from Kamal. And Kamal says, for how many days should I do Kriya number 1, i.e. for Muladhara Chakra, before starting Kriya number 2 for Svadhisthana, and so on? And will these benefits help me in my retention? So there's two questions that are taking place here. First one is how frequently should we work with one chakra before going to the next chakra? And I cannot just give you a prescription, because the prescription is completely individual. A lot of you are members here, so a lot of you have done some of the chakra initiations, and sometimes we work with one chakra and we don't really feel anything too extreme. Maybe we finish and we're like, oh, it was a nice, I feel calm, I feel peaceful, it was a nice yoga class. Sometimes we work with a chakra and we go so deep, it blows our mind open, and it's like, wow, I really understand this chakra, I really understand this consciousness. Maybe we work with Manipura and we feel like we're turning Super Saiyan. Oh, I understand the willpower of Manipura. Come to the 10-day challenge starting tomorrow. And sometimes we work with a chakra and it completely destroys us. There's some release, whether it's physical or energetic, and we feel, tired, completely exhausted. Maybe we feel restless and we need to move. Maybe some emotions are coming and we're crying for 2 days. So there's no you need to do this for 1 day, this for 1 day, this for 1 day. Of course, working one-on-one with a teacher, you can get some guidance, and we or someone else can encourage you on where you may need to work. It takes some time to learn to understand, but your intuition is one of the best things,
See, and also remember, guys, that when we talk about the chakra, that is a system. Okay, this is already we tell you many times. It's not really exist the word that sometimes we hear people that my third chakra is open, my second chakra is closed, or these kind of things. Okay, this is a bit stretch too much, because the energy is move on the body. Okay, everybody, we have all the chakra, everybody have, and the energy is moving on wave, is fluctuating between one chakra and the other one, and it is changed completely, like we just see with the meditation, every moment. What I mean with that, if, for example, now I need to go and work and do some hard work, my energy maybe will move more between Muladhara and Manipura, because maybe I need to move the body, move the body and invest the energy in this way. If I go to visit my grandmother, maybe I will move more my heart, because I have more feeling, emotion to go. If I start to study, maybe I involve more with this chakra more high. So the activation of the chakra is constantly moved in every moment of our life, not only during the day, but also during the entire life. In fact, there are different studies that demonstrate how when we born, we are more on Muladhara, the instinct, we just sleep and eat. Actually, we have someone that give us food because we are unable to find the food for us. And then slowly, we move, we discover the body, we start to go in the second when we put our hand and finger and feet on the mouth. And this is more Svadhisthana because we start to have a little bit some more. And there are all the stage of when we are baby from 0 to 6, I think. And then we start again. We start again with a different conscious because we start to understand a little bit more and relate it more with the world. And this is until I think 12 or a little bit more. And then we start again because we go in a different phase. So it's a constantly grasp some reality to then expand, grasp to then expand. Then there are the event of the life. So sometimes it can be a very harsh, some bad event happens because it happens. Some nice event happens. So this is make us maybe develop more one instead of the other one. But eventually they are all there, and there are kind of, I prefer to think about a room that we have, that the door can be open or closed, if we need to go in this room or not. This is a little bit a metaphor that I can see how to use it. So when in the yogic way we work with the chakra, it's a little bit like in the life, okay? We can choose to stay in one chakra for 1, 2, 3, 6 years also, and really try to understand this level of consciousness and then move to another one. We can choose to work with all constantly, and this is what more the traditional Kundalini do. It's, when we do also the class, we do some kind of asana or pranayama or meditation for each chakra, to then in the end try to move the energy flow in a free through all the body. So it's really personal, it's very suggestive, and maybe there are times in your life where you feel, what, I really need to work with this chakra instead of that because I feel that I have lack or excess of, because it's also this, sometimes it's in excess, we need to find the balance. So it's very subjective and personal, but at the same time, my suggestion is if you wanna work with all the chakra, maybe try, give a time. For example, now next week, I will start this program, is 1 year program where I will spend 2 months for each chakra, and I'm allowed to do practice and meditation and things only for this chakra. I will eat the food for this chakra. It's very intense program, and I will study only this chakra, and it take me 9 years before I arrived at. I was working before with the chakra, and I know and I try, and now I'm ready for this program because it's a little bit intense. So it's constantly improve, constantly study.
Yeah, so to make it a little bit practical, what Kamal here is referring to is my Quick Kriya series, I believe, where I've offered kind of like a 3 to 5 minute practice for each chakra. Of course, many of you are members, you have the chakra initiations, but what I would say is work with each chakra, try out each one, see which ones are very easy for you somehow to connect with, which ones are more difficult, and which ones you actually have aversion to. And go from there. If you feel like you need to work something, then work it. Like Clelia said, it can be situational too. If I want to go to a gathering, a party, and socialize with people, I don't want to work Manipura a bunch before I get there. I'm going to want to challenge people, or I'm going to shine too bright. I want to work Svadhisthana so that I can, fit in and enjoy. At the same time, if I'm going to some sort of debate or lecture, and then maybe I want to work more Manipura, I don't want to work completely Vishuddha and just be so spaced out that there's no point to communicate with these people, the truth is here. So we can use it to our advantage as well. And the last part of the question was will this help with retention? Now this is purely a masculine thing. We have to be careful about the words that we use so we don't get flagged. But essentially, in short, yes and no. Any sort of practice will help you to control your energy. But depending on what is your reason for not being able to retain, there can be many different reasons for this. But in short, I would say yes. Anytime that we work with our energy, we work with our chakras, we learn how to move and control our energy, that will help you along this path, for sure.
To become aware, this, the secret is also there. I don't know about the tension. I mean, I never experienced it. But for the feminine energy, it's we discover so many different energy, especially in this area. And that it become aware is interesting, because then we start to say, oh, this is that, this is so move the energy and work with chakra and energies help us to find again who we are, where we are, what we are doing, and growing and improve our life also.
You see it. Everything we teach has to do with the chakras. Is very important.
Sometimes we talk also between us, like, today you are too much Manipura change, or too, it's become it's a system, a language, and everything, refer to that, because you can find a similitude in everything we do in the life, and then in the end.
So a few questions here.
Okay.
Jeannie, will get to your question after, because it's going to be a big story. She says, I love the energy between you two. Can you share how you met?
Okay.
But we'll come back to that one.
Okay.
Vicky says, can we do this meditation somewhere? Can we find this meditation to do it somewhere to do it again later? I enjoyed it so much. Vicky, the recording, this will be available. It'll be under this weekly live meditation playlist. What I can do is I can go through and I can timestamp them, so you don't have to watch the whole intro, and you can just jump ahead to right when the meditation is starting. So this will be available forever, for as long as YouTube is around.
And a suggestion, if you want to go more long of the 20 minutes, the part where we scan the body, here we did only 2 times, but eventually suggest to do more than 1 time. So you go from up to down, down to up a couple of times, until the moment that the feeling become, that you feel this subtle energy move all around, and you feel this oneness, and then eventually there is this expansion of the being, and then come back to the self. It's not the complete meditation. Again, I'm not teaching the Goenka Vipassana. Is take from them and what I make mine with my experience. But the idea to go to the scanner, you can take this part a bit long, so you can go more than 20 minutes that we did.
Clelia didn't mention this, but it's a 10-day retreat in silence, and you also sit for 10 hours a day. Yeah. So you have a lot of time to practice it.
Yeah. See, every day you do one of the passage that we did today.
Yeah, it's building more. Always. It's very nice process.
No, it's very nice. If you have a time, and maybe now, maybe they are closed because of this time, but if you have time in your life, I suggest always to everybody, because really I did in a time of my life where I don't even know what was yoga or energy or nothing of that. Actually, I was in a party, drug and sex, so and but it really changed my life and really give me this moment of, I don't know, very, very nice. And I always suggest to everybody, if you have time, try, because are 10 days that at least you can just, so charge again your body and take out the...
You will get more out of this 10-day than you will in a 2-week vacation in Bali.
Yeah, you don't
Mexico.
have the phone, you don't have the computer, you don't have book, you don't have nothing, you follow these rules, but then in the end, what you receive is really incredible. I mean, I also the people that I talk always, they tell me I was very crazy, but nice experience.
So Svetlana says, and I love you, Svetlana. I want to go always. We attract a certain type of people. This is what I see. And she says, would it be okay to start my day with one of the practices of the Anahata challenge, and later do the coming up challenge, the one we're going to do, New Year, New Me, or wouldn't that be too much? No, I mean, they're both. The Love and Light challenge was pretty intense, and this one will be. There won't be any practices that are new for you. At the same time, the idea of this challenge is to create a certain energy, and the energy of Anahata will be a little bit different than this energy. You can do it, or you can take advantage of the energy we try to tap into, which will be more Manipura energy, I tell you. So would it be too much is completely personal. I mean, I'm going to be doing practice before I do the challenge with you guys, and I will probably do some practice after, because this is what I'm working on, is really getting back into the practice. But it's completely, I know a bunch of you want to do the brown rice diet combined with this. You guys are crazy. I love it. I love it. Christine says, OMG, just came in now. Hope to see it full. Love you, dear souls. Thank you so much for finding your true souls. You are absolutely my heroes, healing me so much. Love you, love you. We love you too, Christine. It's so nice to be able to share this with you. Nadine says, during this meditation, I had a very strong heart pulsation in my lower abdomen, right above my pubic bone. Is that Svadhisthana chakra? And does that mean it's getting activated? If it is getting activated, what does that mean?
I will tell you that it can be quite normal to have a lot of energy in this area, because it's where we accumulate more energy and where it's more easy also to change this energy. You know, Muladhara, if we go to sleep, is charged again.
If we eat.
To eat, Svadhisthana, it's connected to the sex.
The sexuality. Yeah. We can't say this word too many times.
Energy. And Manipura is a workout, food. And so for this reason, usually when we work with these three chakras, it's a very, we start from this because it's the more easy to understand, grasp, and feel the energy. More we go up, the energy become more subtle, and there is this transmutation of the energy, and is there where we work really hard to try to move this gross energy to subtle energy more up, and so different level of consciousness, because this level of consciousness are also more, low, and somehow all the emotion are heavy emotion are more in this, that in the chakra more up. So when we do this kind of awareness meditation and we feel more energy in this area, is a good awareness that we start to feel that the energy, the gross energy is there. So yes, there is an activation of the chakra, but yes, also it's quite normal and healthy have energy at this level, because otherwise, if we don't have energy here, maybe we are almost died because it's a vital energy what we have in these three chakras. The nice thing is that if we are aware about the amount of energy that we have, then we can start to use this energy in a different way. So move more up and use this energy for more high
purpose.
Sometimes I need a help of the word that I don't come. So yeah, it's a good awareness, and it's good that you feel some energy there and you feel alive.
And just to say again, the chakras are always active. That you cannot have any chakra that is inactive. The chakras can have different frequencies. They can be more low energy. They can be more high energy, known as tamasic or rajasic, or they can be balanced. And each of these will manifest in different degrees. But the chakras are always there, and they're always working, because if one of them didn't, you would be dead. But yes, it's you had a certain awareness, and like Clelia is saying, the more you can bring awareness to this, the more you can learn to use this energy. And this is what we're trying to cultivate in all of these practices, is awareness to be able to use the energy. Yes. Before it gets lost in all of the other questions, let's come back to Jeannie's question and talk about how
we met.
Or do you think we should save it for the end?
No, look, it's very easy. We just met in a Tantra workshop. And when we met, so the first way we really met, it was in a big...
a ritual for a Hindu ceremony called Navaratri. Navaratri means 9 nights. So every quarter of the year, whenever there's the solstice or the equinoxes, there's this festival called Navaratri, which goes over 9 nights, and it's this energetic battle between the goddess and the other kind of demons, yes, something like this.
The dark and the light, essentially.
And we were involved in this really powerful tantric ritual, where we did a few hours of meditation, sadhana, where we did a few hours of meditation every day with a live yantra, which is this is a yantra, and we would make this out of organic material and put seeds in it, and it would actually grow. It was wow, it's amazing. I really love this ritual. So that was where we first met, but that was just really briefly.
Yeah, and then we met a couple of weeks later in this Tantra workshop. And we was working with the chakra and eventually in the energy of Svadhisthana we met, in the energy of Manipura we explode. And we make love for 1 week, and then after 1 week we ask the name of each other. We start to talk.
Yeah, so we really connected on an energetic level before anything intellectual. It was just really sharing in the energy of the chakras, sharing in the energy of this workshop.
And then I convinced him to stay for the second retreat.
Yeah, actually, at the end of this week, it was a very intense week of going in this energy. And then at the end, it kind of built up to something that was supposed to be. And then, I don't know, we ended up just going for a walk on the beach and actually talking. And we talked and I got to know her and I was like, man, this girl is so fucking cool. And we kind of fell in love with each other then. And we were studying in this tantric school at the time.
Yeah.
And there was a week break between where we just continued to form our relationship together. And she convinced me, you need to do this next Tantra workshop with me.
Also because I was helping the teacher. So.
Yeah, she was the teacher's assistant. So I was
I was the assistant of them. So I was looking at the student,
we're both kind of rule breakers in this way, I suppose. Yeah, and we completely fell in love. We went through this next workshop, which was not necessarily about working with the energy, but working more with emotions, how to communicate with each other properly, how to form a healthy relationship, all of these nonviolent communication and other tools to, so we started right from the beginning. We'd known each other for 2 weeks and it was like, boom, here is all my shit. Boom, here is all my shit. This is what I want out of life. This is what I want. And it was like, wow, we just connected so much.
And 3 weeks later, Andrew left Thailand to come back here to Canada.
Yeah, so
he proposed to me with an amazing video on the phone. After a couple of months, he came back to Thailand. We spent some couple of months together. And in September 2018, we married with a beautiful, beautiful tantric ceremony on the beach. There is the video on the channel if you want to see. And since then, we are together.
Yeah, we got, I was saying to her just a couple of days ago, like how lucky we got, because I did. I knew her for 3 weeks and there was a couple of days I was back in Canada and then I proposed and I still have the video. It's completely
crazy. Of course I
crazy.
still have the video. It was a shock. I don't know. I was like...
So yeah, we were very graced, and it was a very intense way to start a relationship, but you can see we're very happy about it. So, miracles do happen, guys, especially when you work with this sort of energy.
Especially when you tell me his age.
It was so funny in the middle of this when we were forming some relationship. She went to work and she's glowing and she's singing and she's so happy and her boss is like, what is going on with you?
So I'm in love and she's asked me, oh nice, where you come from? I don't know. What's the name? I don't know. How old he is and what do you do? I don't know. I don't know what you do. All these questions about how you can be in love with someone that you don't know. I don't know. I'm just in love. We don't care about it.
Yeah. So it's a funny story. So it's nice we got to share that with you guys. So coming back to the
serious
question here.
Questions.
Navid says, is the goal to awakening then Kundalini? If yes, what happens next?
What? Sorry again?
I think it's like, is the goal to awakening first and then Kundalini? Or that's kind of how I understand this. So awakening and awakening Kundalini are kind of two separate things. Kundalini can awaken over and over in different ways. When you're making love with a partner, if you're, in some elated moment.
If you have an accident,
a car accident or
fight.
Yeah, or many things can awaken the Kundalini, and essentially it's just the energy moving very intensely.
Yeah. Boom.
being a yogic practitioner, we try to do this with the goal of expanding consciousness. And this is what is the spiritual awakening is different stages of the expansion of consciousness. And now awakening, it's, when I was first started on this path, I thought it was some really far out there kind of thing that only the Buddha ever achieves. But each one of us goes through an awakening at different stages in our life. It doesn't have to be something so unattainable. For example, just being someone who is really into, I don't know, the only purpose of life is eating and sleeping, or maybe going to the party, and then maybe having a child or something and being like, you know what, no, there's more to life. I want to create a legacy. I want to care. I want to give. Already this is an expansion of consciousness.
Because we move from
chakra to chakra, from survival to enjoyment, to power, to love, to insight, to very high levels of truth and awareness. What is the goal? I mean, the goal is really dependent on what is your level of consciousness. And I often offer people this question to kind of tap into what is my level of consciousness. If you sit and you ask yourself honestly, like, what is the purpose of life? This can, and it will change. Of course, the purpose of life is in a constant flux. Like Clelia said, the chakras are a constant flux. But if you think, I used to say it when I was a teenager, I said, well, the purpose of life is very obvious. Eat, sleep, use the toilet, and procreate. That's it. I look at the animals, that's what they do. That's what we're supposed to do. That's Muladhara consciousness. So, of course, that is the purpose of life if you're at that stage.
When you grown up, you start to do party and, go girls around and party and girls and party and girls. When you are 20 or something like that, you say, the purpose of life is enjoy the life.
Enjoy it, of course. Why do we have so much fun?
What I want to do. So, and then you go work and then you think, okay, I need to, provide to myself, and maybe I need to go and maybe you find a career or the study and this and that. So this is more Manipura. And then you met someone, you want to do a family and do a child. Maybe this can be more Anahata. I mean, it's the awakening and what we looking for the goal. So if we want to talk about samadhi, that is the illumination, that is, so this is a state that is very complicated to explain, because we cannot explain with the word or this, physical level what is samadhi, but this state of illumination, that again, it can also happen, if you have a car accident. There are many people that I had the car accident in one moment. I had, all my life in front of me in 1 second, and I felt this boom, and then come back because maybe, the accident luckily was not deadly and something like that.
This is not a reliable practice.
No.
Please do not intentionally have car accidents.
Don't try. But the point is this indeed, in that moment, it can be a moment of samadhi, okay? Samadhi, illumination have also different level. There are different studies also on that. But the idea about the yogi is to create with awareness this state of illumination, and in the moment that we grasp this idea that can be for a microsecond the first time, then is go back and try to make this state happens long in the point that then you also live in this state, in this completely state of awareness. And when you are awareness, you start to see the things in a different way, because you understand what means everything. So the impermanence, how we go and come back, and how the level of consciousness is working at the different level. And the point, this to work with the whole chakra. This was very clear in the video again. Is Kundalini dangerous? The point to work with the chakra before I understand all this consciousness level is to make this awakening more stable and clear. Because it can happen that with the first practice of Kundalini, you are a completely awakening of the energy. But if the energy, the channel is not clear, the energy go to work where is the block. So you can have this, crazy day, or this crazy, also the physical level, discomfort and all these things. But again, go to watch the video, Is Kundalini dangerous? Because I will go very in the detail about that.
So Vicky says, is it feasible to do the diet together with the challenge, or will that be too much? It depends. I would say try. Clelia might say, we both would say, try, but do with awareness.
Yeah.
They're both quite intense processes. The diet is more intense, honestly. There might be some day when, and I said this to, I think to Svetlana the other day, if you find a day where you're just completely drained because of the diet, you don't have any energy, in that day maybe don't do the challenge as well. You can still come to the live stream, you can sit with us, you can ask questions, you can sit in the energy, eat your brown rice, but be conscious and respectful to yourself, to not push too far, because they're both quite intense. They can go harmoniously together.
Yeah, because both they work with Manipura somehow, but
they're both detoxifying. They're both willpower, determination. But they're also both intense. I leave it up to you. I think you guys are pretty crazy anyway. You do all these things with us. But if it does get to be too much, then I would say to discontinue one or the other, or skip a day of the challenge, something like this.
I suggested to don't stop the diet in the middle, because it's no. And one time finish before, and then he had a couple of days very hard to come back, because the full process take this 10 days. So maybe it's better, maybe you stop the practice, or again, like Andrew style, go to the class and, do meditation with Manipura, or do maybe some small Uddiyana Bandha, or something that is working with Manipura, and not all the, physical level, because maybe because of the diet you feel a little bit low energy, can happens. But it can also happen opposite, because we are detox the body, especially, with the rice, and really put outside the toxin from the body. In the middle, one is the 6 or 7 day, maybe you need more energetic, you have more energy, because we are take out heavy energy from the body. So maybe you feel that the energy is moving in more, flowing more, and it can happen that you sleep a little bit less, but you still feel, awake and in good energy. And maybe you can do the exercise physically very well. So it's very personal, it's very subjective. The key of all this is still and forever and ever awareness, and listen your body, listen yourself. If your body in one point is telling you today I need to rest, means that this detox is working at this level. So accept this feeling, accept this symptom, and celebrate. For me, usually after 2 or 3 days I have headache. I have a headache that I want to really just lie down and cry, because it's extremely painful. But I'm celebrate the symptom, because I know that it's because I'm cleaning something. I'm going through some kind of detox, so it's good. And I accept this, and I just try to stay there, and hopefully it will go. And when it will go, I can celebrate double, because it will be good. So be careful of that. That maybe also the process of the diet. It's not only about I eat the rice and that's it, but if you want to go very deep, is also observe, do meditation, check what is going on step by step. If you feel whining, if you feel, I feel frustrated, why these come up? Because are all things that maybe are inside and are come out, and it can be good to observe, acknowledge, and then release, and have a kind of insight from that. If you make something like this strong challenge that Andrew will do tomorrow, start from tomorrow, it can be very helpful to go through of the diet, but maybe you can lose some small subtle things that this happens because you are pump a lot at Manipura. But after that, again, guys, any practice, any things, there was time where I was doing 6-7 hours for yoga for every day, and it was okay. And there was time where I couldn't do for 5 minutes. So it's always personal, and
be present, be aware.
Use your intuition and your, listen yourself.
And if you do, let us know. Let us know how it goes for you, because I think it can be a very beautiful process. Nadine says, I bought the brown rice, but I haven't gotten the nerve to start yet, but I might start eating the brown rice regardless. So actually, Clelia and we eat brown rice quite often, and she does it for its anti-inflammatory properties, even if we don't do the full 10-day Oshala diet. So brown rice is always great.
Much better than the white.
I don't enjoy it as much. I really like basmati rice. But
yeah, but if you cook with some vegetable, you do some fried rice. No, fried rice. This is Thailand fried rice. Some vegetable, and then the rice. I don't know. It's
it's very nice for the stomach anyway. Nadine took a message back. I wonder what she said there. Cedric, hey, nice to see you, Cedric. Welcome.
Cancelled. No, I don't want
glad that you could make it. Jeannie says, I love that she's blushing. So happy for you both. We all benefit from your example of love. Vicky says, we are all two at home right now for the moment. I guess all couples. Svetlana says, wow, beautiful story. Love the energy of you two. Thanks for sharing. She also says, great clarification. Thanks again. I'm in for the challenge and the diet. Yes. Amazing.
Great.
Okay, so I think that's, unless anyone has any other quick question, I think we'll wrap it up. So thank you all so much for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Beautiful to share in the energy, to share the stories. If you're not watching this live and you have any questions that you'd like us to answer next week, you can leave it in the comment section below. If you're not already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And share with your friend.
Yeah. And I will timestamp the video so you can go to that meditation after. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Namaste.
Ciao.